Well, I was born and bred in Wolf Creek, Montana. You know Wolf Creek? And my father had bought the hotel, little hotel. If you look, it's seven pieces of places to have people come and use one of the pieces of place. And I've had two old brothers, and we all had a little part of the hotel, part of the building. So that was that. And school was up on the hill, when all the little kids went to school up on the hill. And in the winter, we took a sled, and then we skated, we sat on the sled and let it go down the hill to where you lived. And then the time that we left the place, we moved to Helena, and my mother and dad sold the hotel, and we all, the three of the guys, two gals and myself, and we moved then to Helena. And we all went to high school there, and very shortly after we were through with the high school, I went into nurses' school and did that for 3 years. And on the third part of my high school, on my third part of my being a nurse, the big old war started, and you heard about the World War, World War that started, and of course, and then I had 1 year left to be a nurse, and I stayed with it, and then the day that I was through, I joined I joined whatever I needed to join to go and be a nurse in the fighting in the war. That, of course, was, what can I say to you? It was something you don't realize could happen, but it happens. And that sort of was the whole time you're in. You can, and you are shipped places. And I was with a group of nurses that were put on a hotel, not a hotel, they're put on a ship, and they are sent into the Pacific. We happened to. We had three ships that belonged to all the nurses and doctors. And we took turns coming up and down the Pacific and picking up young boys that were had been most of them were had been hurt with having to land there from their place and on the ship on the Pacific and stay there until we came. As I said, we had 3 ships that we had to pick up these, and they did that. And that was up and down and up and down. And hopefully we knew that we could be shot with a lot of people, a lot of all of the people up in the air, and be shot with and fortunately I happened to be one that wasn't hurt, and it was quite a long thing, and you kept on working and kept on working, and all of a sudden it's over, and then you all go home. And that was when by that time I was old enough to marry, and I did marry a young man, and we had 4 children, and then a lot of things happened. We moved around, and I went back. I had the children to take care of, but there's always somebody that you can sort of ask to do it for you, so you can go back to being a nurse again. And then they got old enough to go by themselves and be whatever they want to be. And me, I just kept on being a nurse. And I went from other places to live, and I found this place, Missoula, and by that time I could move myself, so I moved myself. And just as this was a little bit about ready to be sold, and the people did, they decided to do what they did, and that make it for the old building. And so that was 20 years ago, and I moved in here. And oddly enough, there's about 130 of us, I think, something like that, here. And I found out that there's one other nurse, and she and people have found out that we are nurses, and so we help out here and there.